Ooh, spooky. No, it's fine. You haven't stumbled into the Blair Witch Project. It's us at the Whitstable Flower Company again. And this is just a really very brief seminar on showing you how to keep an eye out for things in the marketplace that you can use in your flower arrangements, just to make your flower arrangements that little bit different. And sticking to the Halloween theme, as you can see, we're going to be creating a spooky, smoky, Halloween-themed potted fleur.
First and foremost, what is a potted fleur? Well, a potted fleur is coming back into fashion. You'll probably hear it more these days. It comes from the French, pot et fleur, and what it means is that you use growing plants like this gorgeous Sarracenia here and this lovely orchid, and you keep them in their pots. That way they've still got their root systems with them, they'll last a long time, and in these times when money's really tight, lots of people like the idea of growing plants rather than cut flowers. But with a potted fleur, what you do is you get the longevity of the potted plants, and then you can add cut flowers into it as well, which adds to interest. So you get the most of both worlds really, and when the cut flowers wilt and die. So I'm just going to briefly tell you how I've come to this stage. This basket I bought at my local wholesalers. You could probably pick it up anywhere. It's just a normal grass basket. It's plastic lined. Now into that I put an upturned plastic pot with a plastic pot sitting on top of it. Then I stuffed the bottom with newspaper to keep it all in place, and then I put a layer of plastic on top of the newspaper. Now I placed my pots into the rim around the pot in the centre, and then infilled where there wasn't a pot with wet soaked floral foam. So basically up to here it's newspaper, and there's a water pot, these gorgeous plants, and then infill with oasis. And on the top I've just used some sphagnum moss that you might use in a hanging basket or to make a wreath with, just to cover the surface of the design. So that's how I got to this bit. So that's the pot part. Now we come to adding the fleur, which is the interesting bit. To be Halloweeny, I found these black velvet covered sticks at my supplier, and I think they add just the nice touch of cynicism and darkness that we're looking for. So I'm going to start adding those in, make sure they go down into the floral foam so that they stand up. Get a nice tall one down here at the back. You can, with these ones, because they're not living, you can put them between the floral foam and the basket itself, so that adds a bit of stability. I think that's about right. That's nice and dark and woodlandy. So another plant that I've got, I always think, although it's beautiful in its own right, it's quite spooky, is this Oligothallum. I've just cut that to a sharp point like we always do, just to make sure it drinks as much water as it can. Just push that through the sphagnum moss that you've got there, and down into the oasis. You want that to be slightly lower than your orchid, because the orchid really gives the height. You want it to come down. I've got a couple more. This one's quite short, so I'm just going to cut that one down. Ooh. Ooh. Put it down somewhere near the front. Into the floral foam, there she goes, for a good old drink. I think we'll keep all of these white Oligothallums over one side, because it balances nicely with that brown, that dark brown orchid on the other side. Adds a bit of light and colour. So just cut that down. Maybe pass that one down the back somewhere, add a bit of recession. Ooh. Just pop that deep down into the floral foam here. And that's it. I've got one more. I'm just going to make a group. These are all the only ones that I have. Again, they're going gone slightly over. I can't use them in my designs anymore, so I thought I'd show you what to do with them. Tuck him down the front. There you go, straight into the floral foam there. And this is another plant that I picked up at my wholesaler. I have absolutely no idea what it's called. It's purple, it's berries. I've never seen it before in my life, but I quite liked it, and I thought, well, seeing as it's there and it's cheap, we might as well use it. And I'm going to put this over the other side, just to balance that off. This is the dark side. Thinking of Star Wars, might as well call it the dark side. And that one's, I've cut these earlier, so ooh, down into that floral foam, just to make sure it's nice and anchored. Got another one here. There you go. Ooh, in you go. Stay. maybe one here, just at the back. One more, I think. And that's it. Quite simple, really. I think what I want to do is, because it's a woodland scene, these lovely lichen sticks, I think I'm just going to leave a couple just to sit across the top of the basket. I've used this before, I used it on something else, and it's got a bit of wire attached to it here. Oh, off we come. I'm just going to lay this through the design so that it hangs down, so we break up the sides of the design a little bit. Just like that. And maybe one through the front, I think. Got some pine cones in it. Just nestle it in amongst your woodland plants. This Sarracenia here at the front. Just lay it down like so, and I think maybe one more to go the other way. Yeah, I've got a lovely one here. Just pass this through from the back. And into your design. And I think perhaps you could pin those down with mossing pins if you actually really wanted to. But yeah, so that's it, simple as. And really all you have to do to this is add some water to the pot in the centre, and all of a sudden you get smoke. And the reason you get smoke is I found this gorgeous little product on the internet. It was on a site that begins with A, and it's the same as a river in South America, but that's as much advertising as I'm going to do today. It's called a nebulizer or a mist maker. And it's a tiny little product. It comes fully plugged in and wired, and it's water safe. It costs about £10, and all you have to do is add it to water, and there's your smoke. It doesn't need chemicals. It doesn't heat the water. It's just a really nice little product. It costs about £7. So if you want to do something like this, by all means, just go to Amazon and see if you can find yourself one. That took me 5 minutes. It wasn't difficult to construct the bottom. So yeah, as I say, you can be as creative as you like at this time. Halloween's fun, play around with it. Flowers are fun, and you can create something really beautiful in next to no time. Join us again when we come up with some more designs here at wistfulflowercompany.com. Thank you very much.